I am. My name is Ethan. I'm the best man, and I'd like to say a few words. First, I'd like to thank Beverly and Jim Coyle for hosting this unforgettably joyous occasion. What a memorable time, reminiscing about the past and making new friends and memories. And thank you for parenting Kristen, a one-of-a-kind woman who compliments Ryan like a fine wine to a stinky cheese. Don't worry, the rest of it's nice. And many thanks to Marilyn and Michael McCarthy for the rehearsal dinner last night. It was a lot of fun. The McCarthys really hold a special place in my heart. I grew up with the McCarthys, and what very thoughtful people they are. Marilyn's a nurse and cared so much about our health that she'd make us milkshakes and slip in wheat germ and who knows what vitamins to keep us healthy. And Michael would keep us active, playing games like tennis, soccer, and ping pong. And he'd always teach us that anything in life is possible by keeping the game very close to the end. Yet he'd always win to teach us that life is not always fair. But I kid, you are my second family, and I'll never forget everything you did for us, not to mention for giving me my best friend for the last 30 years. Which brings me to the reason we are here tonight, the bride and groom, my great friends, Kristen and Ryan. Doesn't that just roll off your tongue? Let's give a round of applause for the newlyweds. And doesn't Kristen look breathtakingly beautiful tonight? I feel very special and honored to be up here because I was friends with Kristen and Ryan for many years, long before I introduced them at a dinner in 2006. Ryan is my only friend I can't actually remember meeting, because we were only 1.5 years old when we met. 1.5 years. Been best friends ever since. Been through thick and thin, I can count on Ryan for anything. I'm now supposed to tell a detailed story about our childhood, a moment in time, when Ryan did or said something. But someone famous once said, people don't always remember what you say, or even what you do, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And Ryan has always made me feel very lucky. Lucky to have someone I can talk to about anything. An amazing listener who really cares, is interested in what you have to say, and has a desire to help or just chat. It was his recent advice that made me decide to stay in Boston rather than taking a new job in California. He didn't tell me what to do, but he made me feel like I made the right choice, and his friendship was a big reason to stay. He really takes a genuine interest in people. I feel very lucky that I can count on Ryan for anything, like when he helps me move every year and I need a lot of help. And I felt lucky to have a friend that's so fun and interesting. He's the first person I think of for tennis, board games, grabbing a bite to eat, or just someone to chat with. I can't tell you how much food we've breaded and fried on a mission to make healthy food taste good. For my entire life, I felt like the luckiest person to have Ryan as a friend, and I know Kristen feels the same way too, because these are the same traits a woman looks for in a man. And just when I thought my luck couldn't grow, I met Kristen in college here in Boston over 10 years ago. I knew from the start she was a special person, fun to be around, caring of others, yet very strong and honest, even around our most opinionated and pushy friends. And Chris. And me. And let's not forget about Pretty. Again, doesn't she just look stunning tonight? I knew it would take another special and good-looking person to really compliment her. And Ryan looks pretty good tonight too, right? And while I'll take credit for introducing them, I know these two are destined to meet. They grew up only a few towns apart in Connecticut, but they met here in Boston. Their paths would have crossed because they are really meant to be together. And together, they became my super best friend. I go to both of them for advice now, and I get multiple viewpoints. One sugarcoats it and says, "Have you really thought that through? What about..." While the other gets to the point with the truth and says that's not a good idea. Both Kristen and Ryan have been there to help me on countless moves. It really takes true friends to help you move. One time while Ryan and I carried out boxes, Kristen just packed up my entire kitchen with Tetris-like accuracy. I still don't understand how you fit all those round pans into a couple square boxes. Math majors are great with shapes. But they are also the first people I think of to have a good time. Eating Kristen's delicious meals at their place, skiing, bowling, or just great conversation, usually about nothing. And now, instead of frying our healthy foods, we juice and drink them. Ryan has told me how lucky he feels to have found Kristen, and I can clearly see this when they are together, in their faces, their body language, and in their words. Ryan is a big fan of Oscar Wilde, a famous writer, so I'd like to end with a quote. He said, "You don't love someone for their looks, or for their clothes, or for their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear." Love is more than having someone to count on, to talk to, or to have fun with. On top of being great people independently, you have created a glow in each other which shines bright with your love and warms those around you. Join me in wishing many, many, many happy, healthy, and lucky years ahead for Kristen and Ryan.